Football is truly back and in full swing.
That's why Sky Bet are giving you weekly free bets and boosts all season long.
Head over to Sky Bet now to check out Acca Freeze, Build a Bet and all of their latest offers.
18 plus, T's and C's apply, gambleaware.org. Right, let's move into Liverpool's reality check in Croydon on the weekend. Selhurst Park, it was rocking. And the 3-4-3 from Glasner was stupendous. This is a Palace side that are physical, they are robust, they are unbeaten, and they're bullying Liverpool multiple times already in the last few months.
I love what you did there. I love your intro. Do you know why I love it? Because what you did, which isn't what many people are doing, is you focused upon the brilliance of Palace and Glasner. The easiest thing for us to do here, and it's probably what is the talking point, and we will obviously get onto it. But before we speak about Mohamed Salah, Arne Slot, anything to do with Florian Wirtz, what you have to do is say Oliver Glasner is the absolute governor. Oliver Glasner deserves nothing but credit. It's truly brilliant what he is doing there. You think about what Palace are. They lost their Burice Eze the year before. They lost the Lise. They get better and better and better. They took the game to Liverpool. Like, think about that Mateta shot. It's like that goes in. And the reason why it's so important to acknowledge it is when we explored Liverpool and the ramifications on the title race, I think that we need to redefine Palace, which means that if my redefinition is correct, I'll put it to you in a moment. But if it is correct, it's not a particularly significant loss. Palace are one of the best teams in the league. Palace are one of the best. He's one of the best managers in the world. Therefore, dropping points to them away from home at Selhurst Park, which is one of the most difficult places to win in the league. It's one of the most raucous stadiums in the league. If you're up against the best manager, one of the loudest grounds, one of the best teams, dropping points to them away from home is not quite the end of the world that it sounds like when you go traditional Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, Crystal Palace, what I like about them is there's a lot of comparisons to Ruben Amorim. Similar system, 3-4-3. Ruben Amorim gets £250 million to spend on a front line and they can't connect. I think Mbeumo looks sluggish, etc. He's improving players that have already been there, let alone new signings that have come in, right? Because the likes of Munoz is a relatively new signing. He's fantastic in the last couple of seasons. But you look at someone like Hughes in midfield.
Absolutely.
Outstanding.
Mate,
you could doubt a few years ago, if I said to you he's not a Premier League level quality footballer.
I agreed
You'd
with
agree.
you.
He's a Watford player, maybe at Championship. He is top quality and he obviously sets up Eddie Nketiah by winning the ball in the air. This guy's 5'5".
Agreed.
And he's so Glasner is improving players at a high level.
A sprinkle of stardust that's been.
They're playing way above their pay grade. A lot of them, and some of them are genuinely world class as well. They're very lucky in Palace because Mateta you could argue is world class. I'd say Adam Wharton is on the precipice of being a potential world class midfielder.
I would agree.
And for me, Mark Gahey's the best centre back in the country, alongside Virgil van Dijk.
Dean Henderson.
Dean Henderson. That Man United fans were slagging off for years.
Dean Henderson. It's important that we've done that because now what I'm about to say is the thing that people want to talk about, right? Liverpool. I don't think that it's a massively damaging defeat. Liverpool are never going to go unbeaten. You know all this unbeaten chat. That's not who Liverpool are. If you want to go unbeaten, you have to almost decide that and then not go for the jugular. Basically, if you're going to go unbeaten, you probably won't win the league these days because if you're going to go unbeaten, you have to protect draws. You have to want draws. Like the Arsenal Invincible team, as impressive as that achievement was, Buvey, it was 12 draws.
Yeah, it's a lot of draws.
You can't win the league with 12 draws now. So you have to risk. Basically, if you out of 5 games, right? If you win 3, lose 1. Win 4, lose 1. Yeah. It's better than drawing. Drawing 2 and winning 3.
Yeah.
You get more points. So this Liverpool team are trying to accrue as many points as possible. When you do try and accrue as many points as possible, you could end up getting caught once or twice. You look at the way that they reacted off the back of the Chiesa goal. He's in the back of the net. He's got the ball. They're not settling for a point.
Yeah.
So because they're attacking, because they're going for 3 points, because they see no value in a draw, occasionally they're going to lose a game of football.
But I am concerned. I would be concerned. I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon. They are disjointed. Without Ekitike, they don't flow. Isaac's a million miles away from fitness, and we're giving him a lot of grace. Ultimately, he has to come in and hit the ground running. His fitness will obviously improve. But then you look at Florian Wirtz. For me, he's having maybe the worst debut of a big signing we've seen in many, many years. It's poor, and I'm not going to sit here and say. I didn't say in the summer he's one of the most prodigious young German talents in the last 10 years, maybe since Mario Götze, the way they talk about him, or certainly Musiala. And you think he's coming in, right? He doesn't always get goals and assists. What's his passing like? What's his decision making like? What's his physicality like? These
He
aren't
had
things
to
that you
score.
can attack numbers to.
that beautiful arch, like angled ball in.
Balling, yeah.
And he just sort of, it was so delicate.
He shat himself, mate. He shat
so
himself. He had no conviction. It was soft, and he bottled a 5-yard tap in. Like, these are the facts. But he's playing balls behind people. He looks introverted. He looks quiet. He looks like he's not connecting. I saw a video when he's doing his EA FIFA rating card. Right, it's a little moment that I noticed, and Dominic Szoboszlai is looking at him thinking, "How are you rated 89?"
Do you think?
And there was a little moment.
Did you see a little angle in Szoboszlai's?
Szoboszlai was like, 89, this guy. Couldn't believe it. And look, it's a small moment. Liverpool fans probably sound gassing, it's a bit of rumour, whatever.
Were you? Is this something? Because I find this quite interesting. Were you the only person who picked up on this? Or was
I saw TikTok about it, but I noticed it, and then I saw TikTok about it. It's a small moment, but I'm like, this guy doesn't even back himself to be one of the best footballers in the world, which is what he should be for £150 million.
Yeah.
So he's already been shafted on the left. He's not influencing games on the left, in the middle. He can't be starting football matches.
Do you know what? I don't share your concerns. What I think will happen is, I think Liverpool will beat us on the weekend. I think Liverpool will bounce back, beat us, and then they'll go on and win another 5, 6, 7 games in a row, and then they may lose another one.
Galatasaray away, then you.
And then Man United.
What are you asking for? You're asking for Van Dijk to play. You're asking for Konate to play. Back-to-back games. They both got major injury concerns. And then you got Joe Gomez on the bench. These are fantastic footballers. High-level defenders. All three of them are either old and or injury prone.
Do you not just think that ultimately Liverpool will get it right? Like Arne Slot, everything that we saw from him last year, he needs to work out how to navigate that front three. I do agree with you. He needs to work out how to coach a performance.
Salah's form's poor. He's the one that you can rely on. I've said if Isak doesn't land or Wirtz doesn't land,
it almost doesn't matter because Salah bangs you 30.
Salah's not connecting. And then you got Frimpong, who wants to bomb forward, and Salah's occupying his space. So Frimpong can't be attacking. Kerkez isn't bad, of course not. He's not lit the ground on fire. The midfield's superb. Gravenberch is getting them through games. They got big question marks. They got 4 or 5 big question marks.
What did you think of Arne Slot's decision to effectively call out his fullback for the goal that was conceded? Did you hear it? He basically said Frimpong was at fault. Yeah,
he's doing that a little bit too much, maybe. I think you've got to be very... In modern football, you can't be Brian Clough slagging people off, throwing boots at people. And he's already called out Ekitike. I thought he was very harsh on Ekitike, who's a modern footballer on big money. And do you know what I mean? He's on massive wages. He's been signed for 90 million euros. Calling him out for the red card in the League Cup. I get it. It was an amateur mistake for a professional footballer to make. But he's very quick, gung-ho, to call out people. Yeah. I'd be a touch concerned about that. Yeah. Especially when you start losing games, it folds very quickly. I'm not saying you're not going to get sacked. He's a top-level manager. But I tweeted on the weekend, is Glasner a better pound-for-pound manager than this guy, Arne Slot?
No.
You said he was better than Jurgen Klopp last week.
I do think that the achievement of turning up into a league, what Arne Slot did last year, and Buvey, as much as I appreciate it's not necessarily the weekend to be saying it, I still think Liverpool ran away with the league.
I'm not sure.
Just think about his brilliant slot last year. Think about the way that he had them playing. Think about the way that he came into a team and won the league immediately.
Will he drop Wirtz? If he drops Wirtz, goes back to Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, Ekitike down the middle, you have to drop Wirtz and Isak. Can he do that? Can you do that? Could Capello do that with the Galacticos in the early 2000s? He couldn't. And they weren't a balanced side to win league titles, enough league titles with Champions League. They won nothing. This Liverpool side are turning to the Galacticos a little bit in the front line.
Can you remember, when we did season predictions on this channel before a ball was kicked, who did you predict to win the league?
Liverpool.
And has anything changed in the 6 games that you've seen so far? If you were to predict now, I'll give you
an
opportunity
overrated.
on
They're
the
overrated.
I'll give you an opportunity. Who's going to win the league, Buvey?
Man City.
Do you actually believe so? So from what you've seen in the first 6 games, you think that Liverpool...
I think it's going to change.
Okay, see, I don't necessarily agree with that.
If they drop points to you lot as well, they're in a world of pain.
What about
if
they beat us, beat Man United?
I'm not sure if they will. They've got big question marks. And the issue is he can't drop these players because they're so expensive. Last season he could drop,
isn't it? This is the beauty of football. Like you and I, we sit next to each other, we're good friends, and we just view this through a totally we've watched exactly the same 6 games, and we just
they've been crap for weeks, mate. The results have been superb.
Yeah.
Mentality's been a different level.
They've
been poor for weeks.
But does this ideology not mean something to you? This is what I keep basing it on. if you are top of the league when you're rubbish, imagine how far top of the league you will be when
they'll
you
improve. This isn't a fixed thing. But they got big. Like Leone got injured. Leone did his ACL out of nowhere, mate. It was crazy. So they got 3 fit centre backs. Gomez isn't really fully fit. It's Konate and Van Dijk for 90% of the games. Anything happens to one of them lot, they're struggling. Alisson pulled off they could have been 7-0 down, mate, to Palace. They got big concerns. The midfield for me, no concern. Ekitike, no concern. But the rest, I mean, the fullbacks.